I don't know if you all can hear me, so I'm gonna try. I guess you can. Wow, I've been like live for a minute. I'm actually gonna try to do something. Hello, guys. I am so sorry. Um, we were supposed to have 87 Sparker here with us, and I'm probably gonna just get her on the phone. So let me call her really quick. I apologize. I'm gonna put her information up here. Y'all, oh my gosh. Like I don't have time for StreamYard to not be working. And StreamYard legit decided it didn't want to work. So let me just do this and ring-a-ling her. Hey. Okay, so guess what?
What?
Guess what? It wasn't working. Like I could not. You're on live. I'm on live, but StreamYard decided it didn't want to work today.
Well, can you put it in the comments and I can try to go on?
I'm not even streaming through StreamYard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
like literally won't let me. Let me just try it one more time. It literally would not let me. Yeah, my browser for some reason can't access it, and I don't know why. So I am going to, let's see. Hello, everybody. So, okay. So why don't you talk? Talk a little bit, sweetie. Let's see if they can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Can you guys hear 87 Sparker?
I get all dressed up too.
Oh my gosh. Now I feel absolute. Uh-oh. Am I? Oh, okay. I paused myself. I was like, oh my God, did I like stop? All right.
So
Can you guys hear her?
hello? Can y'all hear me?
I got heart, so I'm assuming that they can hear you. I'm gonna download your cute little picture here and throw it up because I'm able to do that stuff on the fly. And we will have to I don't know what's going on, so that really threw me off. I've been having technical difficulties ever since I like literally just changed stuff around. And it's not even Mercury retrograde yet.
Nope, it sure isn't. But Mercury did go into Gemini, so.
Mercury did go into Gemini, so yes, definitely, definitely. Hang on one second. We're gonna put your picture up. ING. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Here you go, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. This is such trash. Next time I'm just gonna record it and then we'll just like do that. Where did that go? Okay, bear with me, guys. I am just. Oh, wow. It really. My whole computer is just really acting freaking funky as heck. All right. All right, now it's happy. Cheese and rice. I'm so glad everyone's patient with me and that you all understand that this is a one woman show over here. For right now, I do not have a whole entire production team. That's coming. That's coming. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is good. There she is. There she is. All right, now your lovely avatar is up on the screen.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Let me get back to where we are.
And see, that dinosaur is my past life, by the way.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
Yeah, like you know, like that with the hair and everything. It's a little inner joke I try to do.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, now that we've had enough technical difficulties for the day, welcome everybody. I'll be editing this for the replay, by the way. We're here to talk about the new moon. That is tomorrow. And I have my little notes that I always print off. So just so everybody knows, the new moon's going to be at its height actually in the morning out Pacific time, so 10:38 a.m. Pacific. If you swing all the way around to New York, it's going to be at the height and its strongest at about 1:38 p.m. tomorrow. So, that's Eastern time.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say Central Time. It would be 12:38.
Yes, Central Time is 12:38 p.m. tomorrow. So, usually we get these new moons and they're strongest at night. So this one I find quite interesting. It's strongest during the day, which would be typical for Gemini, right? Like being strongest during the day. So it's really appropriate that we're talking about this right now. So I want to introduce, a lot of you guys know 87 Sparker from Shonda's channel, and you know her as a moderator here. Some of you may not know she has her own channel. So do go to her channel, just 87 space Sparker, and go subscribe to her as well. 87 Sparker, along with Fit Goddess, and we're going to introduce some more people, but she is one of the very first members of the Heart of Inspiration Network. So she is going to be producing some astrology and all that kind of stuff for us, as well as doing natal charts on the website. And that'll begin sometime during next month as we get that going. So this is super exciting. I wanted you guys to get used to hearing her and get used to her energy. So, 87.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is your take? Like, what should we be looking towards on this new moon as we're kind of setting our intentions and thinking about things and resetting them? What is your take on it?
My take on this new moon, which also they call it the dark moon because you can't really see it, is to initiate whatever kind of goals you're doing, and also it's for you to interact with your inner child and be playful with that inner child of yourself.
Yeah, that's really, really important. You want to expound a little bit, I don't know where your notes are leading you, but expound on that inner child healing and why do you think that this is so, like with Gemini season, like why do you feel like that inner child is really speaking to you as far as coming out?
Well, with the inner child coming out, as you said, that like how the moon phase is going to be, where it's going to rise on the eastern side during the day, everything's during the day, just is because of Gemini being the day house. So with that inner child, that's like you going into your subconscious and actually expressing that kind of what you want out of your inner child self and expressing it outwards and showing love to it in an outwards motion. Like let yourself play in the sun, let yourself have fun, travel, go to places, or just travel within inside and let that shine go, let that sun, that energy from the sun through the moon shine through your body, like doing like your meditations and stuff, activating that light body and let that come out, let that inner child play within inside themselves.
I think a lot of times what happens is, because of trauma that we have experienced as children, we don't really allow that inner child to ever really grow up, right? Like that inner child is never allowed to really grow up. And that inner child is never, it doesn't feel safe to come out and to actually experience childhood. And we're not saying be like super duper immature. What we're saying is that as you heal things from being a child, then that can help you as you're an adult, right? Because a lot of times we create these defense mechanisms as a child, or we create like an image of ourselves that we believe is able to be lovable. You know, if we're like always wanting to please mommy and daddy because it was just like crazy, you know, hell at home, then that causes us to want to be like people pleasers in life, or it can cause us to hate authority big time.
Yes, and with this new moon, as I say, it's like the dang it, I forgot the word. Sorry, y'all. It's initiate, and this is the time where you can initiate to heal those parts of your inner child, so they can express appropriately as now that you're an adult. You know, and as some of y'all have kids, watch how your kids' behavior, how they are just so innocent, that innocent childlike, you know, eyes. Like when you look at the world, it's where you come in and you just kind of heal those parts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I'm actually going to put up the chart, and let me add you back in here. So I've got the chart up, and that's really good what you just brought out. Okay, healing those wounds, healing all of that, and I'll tell you what struck me with this as well, with this new moon, is how Saturn is in retrograde, right, and heading back towards Capricorn. And you know, Saturn is the teacher, right? But it's also the bringer or clearer of karma. So I feel like while it's still trining, right? By sign, not by degree, but by sign, the new moon, this is a fabulous time for us to think about how we're communicating and how we need to clear that karma. I'm like trying to circle Saturn right now on the screen. While clearing out that karma, right? Just really clearing it out and dealing with it. Now, a lot of times karma, and I know you know a little bit about this, a lot of times we think of karma as stuff that we've done, but sometimes I feel like we put karma upon ourselves too.
Yes. And also with Saturn, it's about limitation. So what is the limitation that you're blocking yourself to?
That's good.
So with it going retrograde, you can see the limitation that you put on your own self, and that can actually cause karma because you're kind of holding your own self back. So it's time to break that. And with this new moon, because since it's a new moon, it's done emptying its cup. So now it's like gonna fill up its cup back again. Well, with the moon, it's gonna fill up its cup again. But right now, it's releasing it. So it's a new cycle. Let's initiate. Let's go. And as with a Gemini, it's mutable, but it's also very communicative. So a lot of people might have a lot of communications, a lot of downloads with this too.
I think so. And I think a lot of it's very personal, right? Because Gemini is a very personal house. And right now we have Venus in retrograde. And interestingly, at the new moon, at the height of it, the chart that I have up, Mercury will have just passed Venus. So Mercury is coming up really fast on Venus in retrograde in its home sign. And this is like a quick hit of, okay, let's really think about what it is you value, right? This is like a recovery time. This is the time to say, okay, wait, I was supposed to do this, or I felt like I was led to do this, or man, this was really bothering me. And look at yourself and say, how, with those limiting beliefs, should you really be putting value and communicating those limiting beliefs to yourself? Should you instead review that and see, well, maybe I shouldn't feel this way. Maybe these are beliefs I should release. And maybe I need to talk to myself a little bit different and put a greater value on all things that are really beautiful on the inside to me, not worrying about how everybody else looks at me, not worrying about how everybody else views me or perceives me, but how about I perceive myself differently because then everybody else will perceive me different.
Yes. And also with the Mercury and the Venus retrograde, this is also a good time to communicate that what you didn't do before in the past, or to reevaluate what kind of communication you have with yourself too. When you look at the mirror, that reflection, how, like kind of just like what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that divine feminine, right? Because we are in a definite season where each month, each moment, each day, it feels like divine feminine energy is taking her rightful place even more so. So this maternal, and I would even say, because Venus does tend to represent, and the moon definitely, right, feminine energy. I would
Yes.
definitely say that, for some of you, you may need to like review how you and your mother, you and your grandmother, you and your aunts, siblings, how do you relate to the women in your life? That doesn't matter if you're a male or female, by the way. Like you might want to really think about how you've related to and the women in your life, and if there's something you want to change, this is the time to change it.
Yes, and also like even for males or females, this is time for you to talk to your feminine side. How to a healthy way to express your feminine side too, and that goes for girls and guys.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them. So where's that balance? Because if you don't have that balance with the masculine and the feminine energy, you cannot awaken your kundalini properly.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's good. And that's exactly right. Because if you don't have that feminine energy in balance
Mm-hmm.
and healed, guys, if you think about it, the Kundalini energy, which is, we've talked about this before, but for those of you that are new, that's your primordial creative energy. And typically, if you think about it kind of like a snake, it like resides in your root chakra, like right at the base of your spine, if it were a physical space, and it's coiled. Um, After time, it kind of gets pushed down. And when you're releasing Kundalini energy, it literally comes up through all of your chakras, right? To release
Right.
your third dimensional creative power. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Well, if you, sacral chakra, representing feminine and creative energy, if that chakra is screwy, good luck. Because that Kundalini energy is not going to be nearly as effective. And sometimes I think, I don't know if it really gets all the way up as it should, but I don't think it flows quite as well as it should.
Yeah, it will have a blockage somewhere and it wouldn't pass that.
Mm-hmm.
And also with this Gemini moon, because the sun and the moon are kind of conjuncting together. So that's how it's like a full or new moon, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So with that energy, it's a great time to actually talk. Maybe start, or like you can start actually hanging out with your family members, your close siblings, or walk around your neighborhood since this coronavirus is slowly. Oh, sorry.
Yes. The
With the Rona
Bronas.
slowly presiding, this is
Mm-hmm.
like a time where you can actually get out and travel, go to places, or go to a park and sit and meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Meditate during that time of when this new moon is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
also, here's another thing: the moon is actually will be transiting the Pleiades energy, or will be
Yes.
influenced by the Pleiades energy, and
Yes.
also the Perseus energy. So when the moon on either wherever you live at, it's going to be hitting Merfak. And Merfak's part of the Perseus constellation. It's part of the right side of the righteousness. So with this energy, how would I spell? Like, make sure you're doing something right for you and not just doing it something right for other people. Make sure you check in with yourself and making sure is this the right thing to do when you start to engage with other people too?
Yeah, and when you talk about that, because I wanted to touch on that too, thank you for bringing that up. When you discuss that it's on the right side of righteousness, what really came to me too is that make sure that you are operating in integrity to yourself. And you're right, that goes along with what you're saying, that that you're not doing it for other people, but make sure that the gains that you are striving for, that you are manifesting, right? Because new moons are meant to set your intentions. This is when we set the intention and set the stage and for the rest of the month, the rest of this particular cycle. So when you're setting those intentions, because the new moon trining Saturn, the interesting thing with Saturn, right, is it sets long-term achievements and long-term goals and all of that. This is giving us a time to stop, pause, rewind, and look over, like another do-over chance to get those long-term goals going. This can be an excellent time as well to start businesses, entrepreneurship. This is exactly why I went ahead and got incorporated. This is why I went ahead and got, by the way, the new website is up, guys, so go check it out when we're done. So this is why we got the new website going and the everything going. This is like a perfect time for those long-term goals. Even though you might say, well, Lise, you got 4 planets in retrograde. I love it. I love a good retrograde. I love a good retrograde palooza, because what this does is it gives me an opportunity to review some of the plans I made, and kind of, if I need to tweak it, if I need to massage it, if I need to move different people into place, or if there are things that weren't completely authentic to me, right? There were aspects of things I was about to do that were not completely authentic to me. This is a perfect time, especially with the new moon in the Pleiades at the edge of Perseus. It is imperative that you're walking in your personal truth. And it's okay to be selfish in this category, because when you're selfish and walking your own personal truth, then you're truly fitting into the collective truth where you're supposed to. Otherwise, it's disharmony. It's complete and utter disharmony.
Yes, this is true. And I can kind of see the comments of people, and a lot of people saying they're having a lot of energy. This is what Gemini's energy is. They're constantly on the go. Travel, travel, travel. So this is what the energy y'all's feeling. But if y'all really take the time and meditate and put that energy inside you and actually hand that over to the inner child and let her or him play, that's how you're going to start to really start unblocking all those blockages that you had in the past, or like certain things in your life. You start unblocking them, giving that energy, healing those wounds that you try to hide under your bed or in your closet,
I don't understand for now the question. Since it's Gemini season, does it go along with the opposing sign of Gemini? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
I understand it, and with opposing sign, just right now, as like their opposing signs is Sagittarius.
Right.
So it's like that when the sun goes into Gemini, it's kind of casting a shadow on Sagittarius. So all those, how everybody like talks about how bad Geminis or whatever are, that's kind of being cast onto to Sagittarius right now. So they might be feeling some type of way. So, but in like 2 weeks after this new moon, there's going to be a lunar eclipse moon in Sagittarius.
Yes, on June 5th.
Yep.
So, and by the way, this is the first new moon with the north node, south node axis in Gemini and Sagittarius. So right now we have the benefit, like when the moons and stuff were transiting, Cancer the last couple of years, Cancer and Capricorn, there was this added extra oomph to them because of the North and South Node, the true North and true South Node being located there. So yeah, so now Gemini has like really potent energy right now. You got Venus in retrograde. You have Mercury like skippity doo all the way through Gemini. You got the North Node in here saying, let's get it, let's go. Now, everyone, the last 18 months has been kind of like, be like a Cancer. Make the plan. Make your home good. Make sure your family life is good. What are you going to do to earn some money? Be sure you're not spending, you can get nice things, but be sure you don't spend all your money on them. That kind of thing. Like that maternal loving yourself, getting to know yourself, loving family, loving friends, like really getting that love going, right? Mm-hmm. With the South Node practicality of don't get stuck and always planning. Because if you plan and never do, it just doesn't, what's the point? So now we've moved the access to the Gemini, the quick thinker, quick decision maker, very, very, very opinionated. I mean, they will tell you exactly how they feel, but also like very neighborly, very fun loving. And Sagittarius is very fun loving as well, right? They're both mutable signs. So very fun loving as well. So this is all about, can we take all of that we learned over the last 18 months, and hopefully we were doing our work, but that's okay. We can get started now. The last 18 months, take that and now go. Not sit, not wait, not think, go. And yeah, there's a lot of energy, so y'all better get ready, because this is going to be a lot of energy for at least, this is kind of catapulting us into a new season, a new era, right? In my humble opinion, it's catapulting us into a new era. Go ahead.
With the North Node too in Gemini, and people who have Gemini North Nodes, this is the time for you to study the energies. Studying something that you always wanted to do. Be that student. Mm-hmm. Sit there, learn how these planets are interacting and how the energy is flowing. Or just study your day by day and how you interact with people. And then after every night, you sit there and calculate, what did you do? Like, what kind of projections you projected on people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so that's a great time to actually start to, working on how healthy, like mentally and physically and emotionally, how healthy you're going to be.
Right. Now, I want to add a little bit of, we're going to throw a little salt in here just to give you guys an idea of what to watch out for. We also have a couple of squares going on. And that being, let me get over back to my drawer here. That being at the new moon, both Venus and Mercury squaring Neptune.
Yep.
So this can cause a little bit of confusion, right? Because here we have all these fantastic thoughts and these great dreams, and they're like, yeah, let's get it, let's go. Yes, I understand that. Right now I might have to sacrifice a little immediate gratification for the long-term goal, but it's worth it because this is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally identifying it. So I'm going to say, and you can tell me what you think too, I would recommend that people stick to simple, basic communication. Be on the lookout for fraud, cheating, lying. And let me tell you something, not that I don't want you to look under every rock in every, corner, okay? But just be aware. And that's interesting because I will tell you just today, I had about 3 different phone calls from insurance agents telling me that their clients, their senior clients, had gotten letters or phone calls in the mail of people trying to get information, and they were presenting themselves as if they were Humana. So, like, fraud. So just be on the lookout for that. And also just on a global mundane level, with that Mercury square Neptune, don't be surprised if the rest of this week we continue to hear more and more and more scandals. There are going to be some more scandals coming out. So y'all just get your popcorn ready on that one.
Yes, and
Mhm.
also with that Mars squaring the Sun and the Moon, right? Wait, no, you said Neptune. Sorry.
Mercury squaring Neptune. Yeah, Mercury squaring Neptune.
So be careful. Like, well, you kind of said that, but dang, you kind of took all the words out of my mouth. But just be careful of your own illusions too.
Yes.
So be mindful of that. So
Yes.
really pay attention of like, what are you thinking or what are you dreaming? Don't get too attached to things. Don't slip in the deep water.
Right. Right. And also Venus squaring Neptune, insecurities. Okay, so this also might be a very good time while we're saying like really be authentic to yourself. I can see you questioning whether or not is that really, can I really do that? Can I really achieve that? Is that really my higher self speaking? Or, did I just eat pizza for dinner last night? And so that's something weird, that dream that I had, right? So really be mindful of that. If you've done a lot of that self work already, you know, don't don't put too much stock in that. Matter of fact, don't put any stock in it. Just kind of, you know, push it away. Any things of it, especially if you're working on something right now. Like if you've already had it in the works, and now it's just like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can. Don't worry about it. And also don't over idealize romantic relationships. If the ish ain't working, it ain't working. Okay. And if them exes start coming back, because we in Return of the X, right? We in that season right now. So, side eye them jokers when they walk through that door again. That's just my own Auntie Lisa
And
feeling.
also look into why you let those people come back too.
Ooh.
Like, what did you manifest for those people to come back? For Venus to have to show you those people again.
Ooh. Sounds
Because
like
it
we
ain't
might.
just come back for no reason.
They sure didn't. That might see. That's that Saturn clearing out some karma.
Uh-huh.
That's Saturn clearing the way because guys, what we put into motion now, we're putting a lot of long term, and I'm talking 5, 10, 20 to 30-year energies, or how can I put this? Like manifestations into motion right now. This major shift that's going on in the earth is major in a lot of ways. And the ascension process and the people awakening and all of that, it's like none other, and it's never been seen before in human history, and it will never be seen again. I know you guys have been paying attention to there's been like UFO sightings and all this stuff all over the world. You know, other beings from other places and spaces in the galaxy have come here, and they're coming and they're showing themselves. That's not for you to be scared of, but that's just a reality of what's happening. So the plans that you're putting into place, make sure they're serving your higher self and not your lower nature. And this is not a time for you to doubt. So if those are things that you need to work on, there are some like root and sacral chakra, like meditations and discussions, healing that on right here on the channel, and also you can schedule some time with me, and we can do some energy work on those as well, because it's really important as we're healing the inner child. That's got a lot to do with self-esteem, self-assuredness, being able to be in a good, healthy relationship. That inner child has a lot to do with that too.
Yes.
A lot. I'm trying.
And
Go ahead.
and then with an unhealthy inner child, it's gonna express itself either way. So always pay attention to your just subtle things that you do and how you talk. and how you just talk to yourself when you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can look in the mirror all day, or you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and also another thing with the moon too, with the moon actually translating through Perseus Murphac star, that star is like Jupiter and Saturn. So those two planets are actually in retrograde. So understand those energies and see why that moon chose that star to go through this transit time.
Yeah, and I'm also looking at Alcoin, yes? Alconier, and I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Alcyone, Alcyone. It's the central star in the Pleiades. And
Okay, yeah.
okay, it's in Taurus. It's in the cluster of Taurus. This new moon's going to be aligned with that fixed star. That fixed star, if you're feeling like you can't speak it out, like you're having trouble speaking it out, from what I'm seeing, it feels like there's a lot of like throat chakra interaction with that fixed star, because it's kind of got this like misfortune kind of like, I don't know, it's this weird kind of like you're not feeling healthy, like you're feeling like you could be speaking death over yourself is what I'm saying. So check your words. Do check your words. But I feel like the new moon here is giving you the opportunity to reset and to change how you speak over yourself. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So you can either speak life over yourself and speak abundance, because that's really what this is about bringing about abundance in every area. So set those intentions for yourself because you truly do deserve it. I think there's one more thing I wanted to go over. And I have been following the Ronas, the astrology of the Rona, okay? The Rona pandemic. And looking at this, because the new moon is then now conjunct and then passing that particular fixed star that I can't say the name, Alcyone. This looks like we should be definitely worldwide at a height of, like, the height is passing basically. Like after this, it feels like we're going to be on, definitely even more so on the downward trajectory of, issues happening due to that. And also, I just really feel like we're going to find out a lot of truth about this whole thing as well. As this new moon passes and we get into the full moon of Gemini on June 5th, which I feel like ain't too far from a certain leader's birthday. So don't be shocked, babies, if on the full moon we get but actually during Gemini season period, but that we find out a lot of information. There's a lot coming out.
Yep.
There's a lot coming out. So the risk level, is lessening for us with that. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not trying to, I just play one on TV. So, I don't want anybody like saying, Lisa just said that's what the astrology said about the Ronas. Okay.
And also with it passing the Pleiades, the constellation, there's going to be people coming down, or there's already people here that are really going to speak their voice, and they're going to really try to help the earth. That's what Pleiades likes to do. They love to help humans and to help them achieve their higher selves.
Yes, most definitely. Wow, we've done a lot of good work here. Even though StreamYard and YouTube's been playing with me.
Yeah.
Now, you notice that YouTube been playing with a girl, but I'm not gonna have it. So I'm kind of looking in the comments a little bit, but as I'm looking in the comments, though, I briefly mentioned it. So the new website is up. It is the same address, heartofinspiration.net. It is up. It is functional. It is beautiful. I have to thank SMW Creations Incorporated, Selena Weinert, for creating that for me. Shout out to Selena. If you guys need a website, I'm going to put her link in my description box as soon as I get a chance. And you guys know what that means. Hey, Miss Lee, I haven't seen you in forever. You guys know what that means, y'all. That means I have opened up for Akashic and Galactic record reading. Now, let me tell you something. Pleiades, 87 Sparker was talking about Pleiades. Pleiadians are one of several races and types of star seeds. That's what galactic records can identify if you are a star seed and where you are from. We're going to be premiering a video tomorrow. I did do an Akashic Galactic record reading for Secret Tarot, so we're going to premiere that on this channel tomorrow. But if you want to get in on it, it is open. You can find it under Our Journey Together and live services on the website. Also, we are still doing the retrograde palooza readings, so I am still doing, like, from now to the end of July, the transiting, how Venus, oh my God, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in retrograde, how those transits will affect your chart. I go week by week and go through for the next few months, so that's all available under astrological services on the site. And guys, this is about to be, like, huge. We are going to launch memberships on the site. We are going to have weekly astrology. 87 Sparker is going to be kind enough to do that, and she'll offer some natal chart readings as well. So you're going to have numerous people to choose from to get services. I'm super excited. This was such a dream. Right? And I couldn't have imagined it being what it is and what it will be. So please go there. That link is not working.
Yeah.
Take the S off. Casey, take the S off and see if that works. Because for some reason, my SSL isn't working. So take the S off and see if it works. I know it works on the mobile because I've been on there, like, numerous times. What were you going to say, 87?
I was about to say the same thing, like your URL's not working. Because I'm like on YouTube, but I can see their live chats, but I can't play the video, so.
I just brought it up, but you got to take away the S on the HTTP. And I'll get that part fixed. Try that.
Yeah, it's working once you take the S off.
Okay. So let's try this, guys. HTTP. Oops, except I would need to type a P. Vernell, I don't know what special you're talking about.
It's 87 Sparker.
Oh, the name of the special guest. Okay. There we go. All right, awesome. Let me find your channel so I can throw that up in here so they can find you there. They can also find you on Instagram, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to tell them what your ad is?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's at 87 Sparker.
So she's been good, and she made sure that everywhere you want to find her is 87 Sparker.
Yep.
So she
well,
was.
Actually, the secret is that's my birth year and that's my name. But, like, I didn't put my full name.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys, Marianne, just click the one I put in there. That should work. It's Heart of, if you guys just type in Heart of Inspiration, if you're wanting to type, if that link isn't working. I just put up the 87 Sparker. I just put up the link to her YouTube, so please do go over there. No, you don't, Leah, you don't need to wait till June for a solar return or a natal chart reading, honey. You go on there and order away whatever you want, darling. Whatever you want. Your exact birth time, 2 different times, 7 and 7:30. Oh, yeah, Marianne, if the rising is different. A lot of times the hospital records themselves, you'll be able to get them from the actual hospital record, the exact birth time. I don't know why. And guys, when you go to the website, it's going to pop up with, to subscribe. Basically, when you subscribe to the website, you're going to get a free membership to Lightworker Academy, which is like a members only or an academy for lightworkers, right? On the site. So that's totally free. And as we add different subscriptions and memberships, you'll be able to do more. But right now we're signing up, we're getting free memberships to Lightworker Academy. So, go there, sign up, give me, put your email and stuff in there. You'll get newsletters and things like that. Oh, yep. Thanks, Casey. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Mel, how's it going?
And thank you for having me on here.
Oh my gosh, wasn't this awesome? Next time we'll be sure that her lovely face is here because she got all dolled up. We might have to go over to Instagram just so we can all see her.
Yeah. I had my little jacket on and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
She got all professional for me, guys, and StreamYard was being trashy.
yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I gotta look professional.
That's
I'll
awesome.
take a little picture.
Yes, please. So yeah, guys, go there, and if it has a calendar look. Yes, you guys are investigating it now. So yeah, guys, so I'm telling you guys on this broadcast right now about the Akashic and Galactic record readings, because when Secret puts it out tomorrow, I know those slots are gonna fill up. So they are an hour and a half. Okay. The readings could go as long as an hour and a half. So I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. And not many people, I will tell you, do galactic record readings.
Nope, not a lot of people.
No, not a lot of people do galactic record readings. So anyway, so guys, go there before Secret puts it out, and because then I know it's going to fill up. So I'm doing them Sunday and Monday this week because Monday's a holiday, and then every weekend we're going to be doing those readings, okay? So yeah, it's really awesome. It's really awesome. So yeah, can you cash? I think that the only way to pay is PayPal or a credit or debit card. If you have a Cash App debit card, I think they give you a number. You can use that. I do have Cash App. It's $inspiredheart18. Yeah, PayPal. You can PayPal on the site, directly on the site. Cash App doesn't work well. It doesn't play nice with others. So, you guys have any other questions? Thank you guys, whoever's already subscribed and everything like that. Thank you so very much. I so appreciate it. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe this video. It really does a lot. It really does a lot for me when you do that.
And thank y'all again for having me on.
Yes, thank you, 87 Spark. I so appreciate it. We're gonna do that this often. You want me to let you go off of here, honey?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. um, yeah, we're gonna do this more often, guys. We're gonna start having people that are featured on the sites. You guys can get to know them as well. Okay, I gotta go. This is my son calling me. I'm so sorry to cut this off. All right, guys, I gotta fly. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys.
Love y'all too. Bye.
Bye. Bye, sweetie. I'll call you back.
All right.
Bye.
Hello. You have a prepaid call from